Recording.
Hi, everybody. So, have you ever been stuck in a wheelchair on an escalator?
I bet not.
No, it's an unusual thing. But we're going to tell you that we have.
Well, we're going to tell you about how.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kelly.
I'm Kristen.
And welcome to Twins with Wheels.
Why do you always go,
Because I always have to figure out what I'm going to say next. Like, I wanted to talk about your hair.
What about it?
It's pink.
Oh, yes. This is what happens when you've been home too long and you get a little bored. It washes out
Okay.
eventually. I like it.
All right.
You
So,
guys
anyway.
can tell me if you like it. I think it's nice.
Anyway, so we're going to tell you about places that we have been stuck, which, is very unusual for people in wheelchairs. We have unusual stories because...
It's unusual to get stuck?
No, but it's weird things that get us
that we
stuck.
get stuck. Yeah, that's true.
The last story is ridiculously.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. But this one, we went to Boston.
Yep.
We were in college, and we were with our good friends, Keith and Chrissy, thankfully. And we were going in Boston on the trains.
Your husband was there, by the way, too.
Oh, yeah, my husband was there. We were just dating at the time, though. And we went to Boston, and not every
station you can get has an elevator.
Right.
To get up and out of the station. So we kind of had to figure out which stops we were going to go to so that we could...
didn't do that well.
And we didn't do that well. So we ended up... Well, I think it was broken when we got there. So if we hadn't gotten off there, we were going to have to go all the way back. We'd have to wait for the next one going back.
Which was a while.
And then take another one coming back again and go to the station before.
Right.
In order to try to get out. And we didn't want to do that.
No. So, my husband had the great idea of maybe we could just use the escalator.
Yeah.
So...
And it's only an up escalator.
Right. There's no coming back.
Nope.
So, who went... I can't even remember who went first.
I'm sure I did.
Yeah, probably. So, Michael got on the escalator first. Now it's going up.
Obviously.
So now he's walking down to stay with us. Because then I go next, or you go next.
Yep.
And we try to get the front wheels on one of the steps.
Yep.
And then it pulls us up, and the back wheels caught the next step. And then Keith was behind.
To make sure we didn't fall backwards.
To make sure we didn't fall backwards. But Michael's still running forward because he's going up.
Well, no, once we got on, we were on
Or he's on the step. So he stayed on the step.
Yeah.
And then we sat there sideways.
Yeah. Like back a little. Because
Yeah.
the stairs are steep on an escalator.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
And we went up the escalator that way.
But then we had to be careful when we got to the top. We had to let Michael know so he could back
off. And be off before we were pulled off.
And Keith ended up pushing at the end. But then they had to go back down the up escalator. Which I think that was the funniest part.
Yeah. To get the next one.
Yeah. That was funny. But we did end up managing. It took us a while. Well, it took us a while to figure out, are we going to do this?
Yeah.
Then we had to figure out how we were going to do it.
And then do it. And we still would have been waiting. The train still hadn't come. So
yeah,
it's not like, we could have jumped on.
I wasn't wasting any of our time.
No. So that was one of our stuck incidences. The next one was Michael had bought a condo. And he was painting the whole thing. So we wanted to go over and help him paint on Saturday. All our friends were going. But there was a snowstorm. Big snowstorm. And my mom was not happy that we were going, but we went anyway. And
he used to live in a condominium, like an old mill.
Yes.
So there was like a couple of levels where the parking was. So
and his parking spot was a covered spot, which
was
he
very
left
nice.
open for us. And all we had to do was go down this small little hill
Yeah.
and pull into the spot, and we were in covered space and no snow. Well, somebody was parked there. So Kristen made a quick decision not to go that way, to go the other way around on the upper level and then go down below and see if we could find a spot over there.
Unfortunately, it was a little slippery. So we started sliding down the hill. And the Blackstone River is like right there.
Right there. It's a beautiful spot.
And I wasn't sure at first we were going to stop. We stopped basically as I hit the fence a little bit. Unfortunately, now it's stuck. Like I couldn't, I mean, that was when we had the big van.
Yeah, big, those big vans.
Conversion vans. Yeah. So, and I was a very good driver in the snow, but I just could not get this thing
out of there.
Out.
No.
Oh, my dog just fell off the chair. You just heard that.
So now there's no cell phones.
No.
So it's not like we can call them up and say, hey. So we decided, all right, we're just going to leave the van there. It's not like...
Well, I was going to stay with the van. You were going to...
I was going to go. Yeah. And then, so I got out of the van and got stuck in the snow.
You didn't even go that far.
No, I didn't get far at all. I don't have a jacket on, nothing. I'm just standing in the snow. So then Kristen...
I did get out.
Kristen did get out. She got through the snow.
Thank you.
And now she goes past the window because you still can't get in. The doors are locked.
Right.
And the doorbell's on the upstairs.
Right.
The one downstairs, you need to just have a key.
Right.
So she's outside the windows trying to get their attention to come out. Meanwhile, I'm outside in the freezing...
Well, I was in the cold too. I mean,
snow. Well, you still got in earlier than I did.
Well, yeah.
So finally, my husband comes out. He was so...
He was not happy with the car that took his spot.
Yes, he was not. I've never seen him that upset before. And he was just very worried that I was out there sitting in the snow for that long.
Give me a break.
So he pushed me in, and now we have to decide how we get the car.
Yeah, the car's still stuck.
It's still stuck. It was, and now cars are coming down the hill, and I'm afraid they're going to hit
our car. They almost did. Our friend Keith again.
Yep.
It's a big Keith story day.
Yep.
He actually stopped a small car
from coming down the hill.
Coming down the hill and hitting.
Because we were all out there now trying to get the car. We had to call AAA. They didn't want to do it because it was too slippery.
Yep.
And we're like, well, we can't get out. You have to try to move it. So they attached a hook to the back of the van.
Yep.
And Michael was in the car.
You forgot a part.
What part?
The plow guy was yelling at us because
he couldn't
he couldn't plow out, and he said we had to move the van.
Yeah.
And as he was standing there yelling at me, his other plow guy slid down the same hill you did, and his plow rammed into the back of your car.
Yeah.
And then he apologized.
I don't know how he thought we were going to move this.
But this thing was a truck. I mean, that didn't dent the car.
No,
the plow.
That thing was
a monster.
Yeah, it really was.
So the AAA finally, they're up on the top of the hill. They cook it, and now Michael's in the van, and the tow guy is pulling it, and the van is literally just like wagging behind like a
it's like
tail
fin,
and just going this as they were pulling it up and out of the snow. And there's my boyfriend at the time in the van, and we're in the glass elevator.
Yeah, there's a glass elevator that looked to the outside, so we just got in the elevator, stopped it, and just watched out the window as everything happened.
As our car was being dragged across the parking lot.
But we were warm at least.
Yeah. So that was the day. Condo got painted.
The condo.
The condo got painted.
Oh, didn't sound like you said condo.
Oh. So it was fine. So the next story is just crazy.
Yeah. It was, I'm going to tell this one.
Okay.
It was our very good friend's wedding, and we were both bridesmaids.
Mm-hmm.
And she had, we all were at her parents' house before the wedding. And she lived in, people that don't live in Rhode Island, there's a city, there's a country, it's crazy.
There's every kind of possible land you'd want in the...
She lived out in the country.
Yeah.
Off this road that the houses were very far apart. I mean, cars.
And it was a farm.
It was a farm. Yeah, it was a farm. So we go there. We do all the pictures. Now, my friend, she was also taking a carriage to the church. So she left a little earlier in the limo to get closer to the church so that she could then get in the carriage. All the bridesmaids went in the limo, but obviously we weren't going in the limo. So we had my car. unfortunately, someone parked, even though there was a whole farm they could have parked on, they parked next to the van. So now we're the only ones left.
Yeah, we were the last to leave.
We were the last to leave. We're the only ones there.
Only ones there because we wished the limo goodbye and all the
Yeah, and
everybody's gone.
and now we can't get in the car,
No.
and we can't get to the wedding again. No phones.
No phones.
We go into the barn. Now here we are in gowns.
We're in gowns. It's August.
Yeah, it was really
90
hot.
degrees.
Yeah, and we're in the barn trying to find a phone.
Because we can't get in the house.
Can't get in the house. Couldn't reach the phone in the barn. There was one. So now we're trying to figure out what are we gonna do. We can't be late for this wedding. We're in the
want to
wedding.
be there. Yeah, I mean, we want to be there. Like,
Well, yeah. So it got to the point where we're like, we are just gonna have to go to the side of the road and flag some stranger down to move the car.
that was not our first choice.
It wasn't even our third or fourth
No,
choice.
but it was our only
it
choice
was
at
our
that point.
last choice.
Yeah, because it was getting late at that point. We were
getting close.
And now Michael's at the church. He was an usher. And he's like worrying because he knew we should have been there with the rest of the bridesmaids.
A long time before.
Yeah.
So we pull out. Now, also, there are not a lot of cars that go up and
Oh,
down
God,
this road.
no.
So
Your dog's on the table.
I know. We had to wait until somebody came by and
Well, hello.
hi. Come here.
Off
We
the
had-
table.
To wait until somebody came by. And luckily it was a very nice gentleman
Thank God.
who came
And
by.
we waited a little while. It's
did.
not like,
But then we didn't just have him move. We had to teach him how
to drive
move the car.
Yeah, these
Like
are
just-
all hand controls.
Right.
There's no wheel. There's a little wheel and
He had to stand up to do it.
300 buttons in there you have to push. And so, yeah, besides him just, coming and moving a car,
Yeah.
he had to learn how to move the car.
Yeah.
And then put the ramp down and
Let us get in.
get in. And what a nightmare.
Yeah. He was so nice.
He
though.
was.
I really,
I wish we could have given money or something.
I
We didn't
know.
have anything on us.
I know,
mean,
because we just had our gowns on, nothing.
So we made it to the church on time.
That's funny.
Yeah. Just in time. I could see Mike was outside the church at the door waiting, looking around. I'm like, oh.
Pacing.
Yeah. He was not happy.
No.
He's like, where have you been?
And when they ever found out whose car was the one that parked next to us, I'm not gonna say,
No.
but they were not. They got into a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, it was rough. But hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
It happens. It doesn't normally happen like that.
No.
We've gotten stuck outside of our car before at stores and stuff. It's never been,
Right. Not
going
not-
to a wedding.
right with absolutely no one in sight.
Yeah. No one in sight.
No. Just
We are
us.
lucky he drove by.
I know.
I don't think I saw another car drive by either.
No,
It wasn't
I was
like
thinking we were just gonna have to wait until they came after us
for us-
after the
yeah.
wedding, trying to wait for us.
We were just going to sit there, enjoy the day, and just wait for them to come pick us up.
But we managed to get out.
Yes. So,
We did talk about once about how I got stuck on the porch, right?
yes.
Yeah. So I got stuck there once too. I think that I'm
I'm sure we've been stuck another.
yeah, but those are the three major stories of us getting stuck.
Yep. And this is things that just happen to us all
That's
the time.
You don't want to go on a trip with us.
No. Or anything important.
No, with us.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yet we get through it, and here we are.
Yep.
So that's our stories for today. Thank you, Lily, for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Little girl. All right, so remember, wear your masks, social distancing, get your vaccines when you can. I know Rhode Island doesn't have them yet. We haven't even gotten it yet, which we're looking forward to doing so, but get them when they can, and have a good week.
Yep. Oh yeah, don't.
Oh, I forgot my line.
Of course you did.
Share,
No, like.
share, subscribe. Bye.